Ina, do you want to say some quick words about yourself?
My name is Ina Rubinchik. I'm the president of San Francisco Women's Council of Realtors. And when I'm not doing that, I am a wife, a mom of two. I am a leasing director at Compass. I've been in real estate since 2009. Prior to that, I worked for Deloitte, and I have a master's degree in taxation. And before I joined really brokerage side of the business, I've done quite a bit of real estate investment work, acquisitions, underwriting, asset management. I ran a $1 billion real estate portfolio for several years. And when I had my children, I needed more flexibility, so I settled on the leasing because that to me is just a very fun job. And I'm also an avid real estate investor, and happy to be here.
That's great. As you took different leadership positions and got to where you are now, where do you think I know from talking to you, you have such resolve and resolute opinions. So how do you think you got to where you were in terms of your position now? And it sounds like you had to make decisions too along the way. What's some key advice that you could give someone who is looking to be in leadership or trying to take that track?
Well, first of all, let me touch base on your first question. Sure. Let's be honest, men have a lot more free time than women. Yes? Average woman, household, children, what's for dinner? Do we have laundry detergent? Where are the kids? Are they sick? When is the next dentist appointment? Aging parents, aging in-laws, constant issues. Then you have to work full time. Then you have to be spiritually somewhat fulfilled and emotionally stable. You have to exercise. You have to look good. You have to be coiffed and manicured. Who has time for leadership after that? I polled my friends. Thank you. I polled my friends who are in great positions in their careers. They're in the late 30s, early 40s. They're one a director at Salesforce, Workday. I asked them, well, why don't you do something more than what you do? And most of them, you know what they said? This is the only thing I can do after all of this is this. Honestly, there is so much that we have to do, and really finding that in yourself to really spend time and do something outside of you or just staying afloat in your life. It's a big step. So to answer your second question, I think I was literally recruited. I came to Women's Council Realtors event, and Lauren Benzinger, she's the CEO of McGuire, she saw me and she was looking for the president-elect. She looked at me and she thought, oh, that one looks presidential. Let's pick her.
I love it.
So it's not that I was seeking this. I was looking to build my network. I was looking to work because my business is rentals. I do nothing but rentals in San Francisco. I do no sales. So my business comes from real estate agents. So I wanted to be visible to real estate agents. I wanted to be a part of this organization, and we do amazing programs. If you're not a member, please join. We do various panels. We do economic panels, power women panels. We have fun. We go drinking. We go play mini golf. We do outings. If you're a board member, you get to travel all over the country and to national conferences. And I think your life is kind of a storm. You have to manage that storm on a daily basis. And if you can find it in yourself to do something a little bit extra, I think it will make you feel better. And I think you will ultimately you'll have something for yourself specifically, that one place where maybe it spiritually fulfills you and it makes you a better woman or a more fulfilled and happy woman.
That's great, and that's actually a great segue. It sounds like from WCR, you were able to connect with a woman and found that inroad there. Me personally, I've had a lot of male mentors. And it's just interesting, that whole conversation. I know we're like, yeah, women power, all these things, but I do believe that as we navigate through a career path, you're going to have several different mentors along the way, and you were talking about that too, Alissa. And that actually takes me to the next subject is as we go through this, women definitely have a tendency to kind of like have a little more kind of self-talk after certain things happen. Like you question things a little bit more. It's just like a different process. Not all women, but we were all talking about, does confidence play a role in that? And what is the challenges? Are we not rising fast enough because we're either fearful or we're challenged by feeling confident about moving to the next level? And, from experience, as I was actually going up too, I would always just kind of step back and be a little bit more hesitant. And so I wanted to respond to this because I know you're just a total go-getter. And, what advice would you have for anyone here who is, maybe having some doubt or feeling challenged by decision-making, to go for it or, to deal with that?
Just remember this. Confidence is the sexiest part of a woman. Just remember that. Because it really is about being prepared and feeling strong and powerful. Because, I'll surprise you, but as a president of Women's Council of Realtors, I'm completely unclear what women empowerment is. I think women are extremely powerful. We're born powerful. We're resilient, we're smart, we're efficient, we can do so much. What women all need is encouragement. Courage to use the power that is given to us at birth. Really courage to speak up, say yes to cool, exciting, scary things, say no to something that doesn't feel right. It is really, be a bitch every once in a while when it's necessary, because being nice only goes so far. Be obviously firm and well-mannered, but but know what you want. And be prepared and really realize that beauty is a social lift that is already full, right? So aside from, drawing on any kind of physical assets, you have to be intellectual, you have to be smart, you have to be well-read. And when you go to meet a client, know as much as you possibly can about this client. Be prepared, be able to answer all the questions. And what I've learned is that when I go to a listing appointment, I go there with a complete and utter belief that these people are already my clients. So when I meet with them and when I talk to them, they get that sense that I'm very comfortable, I'm representing them, and they sign with me. And that happens time after time after time. So I think just confidence is from being prepared and being smart and thinking and not overjudging yourself. I mean, of course, we're our own best critics, but really just feel comfortable in your skin. At Women's Council of Realtors, we once a year do, which is definitely not enough, but we do self-defense classes, Krav Maga, for example. So I think anybody who's interested in knowing anything about basic self-defense, you should try that out. And I, as a leasing agent, I go into empty apartments all the time with sometimes 4 men. They're 4 roommates. So there's this app, Forewarn, which you type in anybody's phone number. It's for realtors only, you have to pay for it, they verify who you are before they let you use it, but you type in anybody's phone number, name, age, where they live, their not financial background, but mostly all the addresses that ever lived at, all the properties they own, how much is their loan, how much they paid for it, who they bought it from, who they sold it to, all going back to for as long as years and years. And interesting information is, do they have tax liens? Do they have bankruptcies? Do they have anything? Do they have traffic tickets? Do they have felony? Do they have, literally, it is very exciting pastime, I tell you. So it's just something, you just check people out, and you can kind of tell. First of all, women have sixth sense, right? And I very strongly rely on that. I've been in situations where every bell in my whistle in my body was telling me to get out, and I did, right? So you just trust that. If something doesn't sound right, doesn't feel right, just walk away. It is not, no matter how much money is at stake, it's just not worth it. So yeah, so I run people through that app, and just so I kind of know, oh, that guy works for BlackRock. He's probably, his roommate friends are probably something like that. It's not worth it for them. But just trust yourself.
That's great. What would you tell your younger self? I don't know how young, but your younger self, given what you know now in terms of advice and trying to be in leadership, what would you tell yourself in terms of what you know now moving forward?
I would tell myself to buy more real estate.
Amen.
Had I known in 2009 what it'd be worth in 2019. No, honestly, I mean, I agree. These are wonderful decisions, and these are wonderful advice, and you can definitely, everybody can apply it. I would say just really trust yourself, educate yourself, learn something new every day. I mean, if you're watching a show, make sure you learn something from that show. If you're watching TED Talks, make sure there's a takeaway. You're not just wasting your time, because time is valuable, right? And just as long as invest in yourself as much as you possibly can. You have to be balanced and harmonious with yourself in order to do. If you're happy, people around you will be happy. If you are miserable, so will your children. They'll grow up, tough. So so just take care of yourself. That's what I would.
I absolutely agree. That would be my advice to my younger self. So thank you so much, guys. I want to save the last 3 minutes for questions. If anyone has any questions for these amazing women. Yeah, absolutely.
It's called Forewarn. I would have to probably get Alex some of the information related to that so that he can distribute to the attendees here. But it's $20 a month, and it's so much fun.
Really quick. Okay, I'm just going to give you some. Oh, go ahead. Ooh, the big 3-year, 5-year goals, guys. Who wants to take a stab at that? Ina?
Not looking at price tags when I'm shopping. I'm in leasing, and in San Francisco, there aren't that many agents who specialize in that. There are maybe 50, and maybe 5 of them that are any good. So generally, I would say that I really want to build something, my own brand, which is Leasing Agent 415, and I really want to build that. And I already have a team of people who work with me and for me. I'd like to build that and kind of be more of a business development role rather than the door opener in many cases. So I'd like to. That would be my goal.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, ladies. This was amazing. We hope to have you back next year. Thank you, guys. And I think we're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.